Yo, what's up, guys? It's Pager here. We got some huge Chase Young news. If you guys are new, subscribe for Redskins and NFL content. So let's get into it. You guys probably already know about him he's not gonna participate in any drills at the combine. But we got some news about the Redskins not trading back, and I'll talk about that right after I read this right here. So, I'll read it right here. Ohio State DN Chase Young will not work out at this week's combine, but will be there for interviews and medical testing per source. He will participate in position drills at the Ohio State Pro Day. He is fully healthy and ready to impress front offices. So this is not unnatural for elite talents when like Joe Burrow. I don't think he's gonna. I'm not sure if he's doing drills, but there's no reason for him to get his stock down when his stock is at his peak. He's solidified himself as the number 2 pick in the draft, and nothing's really gonna improve that because the Bengals want a quarterback and they're probably gonna draft Joe Burrow. So there's no reason for Chase Young to do a 40-yard dash, the vertical stuff, and do DN drills when he there's no way for him to go up and there's potential for him to either hurt himself or get his stock down with bad times or stuff like that. He will be interviewing, which is good. And yeah, that's it. The Redskins, the combine is from the 23rd to March 2nd. So yeah, and now I'll talk about that a little later. But now I'm going to read you guys the news about us not trading back. So Redskins today on Instagram reported this quote from Walter football analyst Charlie Campbell about the Washington Redskins trading from the number 2 pick. They won't just give the pick away, and the team would require a massive package to move down that would probably need to include multiple first round picks and more picks on the second day of the 2020 NFL draft. Similar to what Washington dished out to move up to the second overall pick for RG3 in the 2012 NFL draft, or what Philadelphia gave up in 2016 for the second overall pick to take Wentz. The Redskins do not believe that any team is willing to pay what it would take to move up to the second overall pick of the 2020 NFL draft. So, what they're pretty much saying is that unless there's a Godfather offer, like 3 first round picks and a second round pick or something like that, they will not be trading the number 2 pick. They will take Chase Young at number 2 unless something crazy happens, which I'm a huge fan of because you do not want to pass up on a Hall of Fame potential player. Chase Young is one of the highest rated pass rushers in the last 15 years. He has one of the highest grades by Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, and all the other mock draft experts. And a lot of the experts say he is better than Nick Bosa was and Joey Bosa was coming out of college. And they all three of them went to Ohio State, and Nick Bosa won Defensive Rookie of the Year last year. So if we can get that out of Chase Young, and supposedly he's better, that's crazy. I hope we get him at number 2. I think we will. I think it's almost a lock now. Like the report said, the Redskins will not trade the number 2 pick unless they get 2 to 3 first round picks, a second round pick, and some other picks. So unless Miami's calling, giving us the 5th, the 18th, a future first, and like a second or third, we're not going to be doing this trade. There's no reason for us to do that. The only scenario that I would entertain trading the number 2 pick is if we get some type of offer like that. And so if we get an offer like that, when like let's say Trent Williams doesn't want to come back, Quentin Dunbar maybe doesn't want to come back, so that has a hole at left tackle and cornerback, and we strike out on free agency for the tight end for Austin Hooper, and we get stuck with like Eric Ebron or something like that, then I would entertain getting that because then you got a huge hole at cornerback, huge hole at left tackle, possibly guards with Sheriff and Flowers being gone, possibly, and at tight end, a small hole at tight end. So that's the only reason. That's the only way I would want to take or trade number 2 pick, so we can fill all those holes. But as long as if Trent Williams comes back and we re-sign Sheriff and Flowers, all we got to do in free agency is fill that tight end and cornerback hole. at least a bit. Get a solid starter for tight end. Austin Hooper is ideal, but if you can't get him, at least get a decent starter that can get 400 to 600 yards next season, and then you can draft a guy in the third, fourth round to possibly be a future starter in on the Redskins. But and then corner, hopefully we can get James Bradbury, keep Quinn Dunbar, and then there's that. That's that. We fill all those holes, and we get the best player in the draft in Chase Young. So that's my ideal scenario. Most people are with me. We don't want to trade the number 2 pick, but comment down below if what side you're on, and if you do want to trade it, why you want to trade it. I'm just I'm just at the position where there's no reason to not get the best player available, especially when our D line is already so good. And if you add Chase Young, that's just a matchup nightmare. Chase Young, Montez Sweat on the outside, and Ryan Kerrigan will be in the rotation. So if Chase Young or Montez Sweat start getting tired, Ryan Kerrigan can come in and get a few sacks. We know what Ryan Kerrigan is. He's a great, great pass rusher, and he'll be able to do that, especially with more rest, because he's never had rest in his career. He's never missed a game until last season. So yeah, that's what I think, guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Some other free agent news: the Broncos are expected to franchise tag Justin Simmons. So if you guys thought we should get him, well, it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Pretty big news. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be hearing leaks about trades and stuff, not just pertaining to the Redskins, but all these other teams, because in the combine, GMs meet up with each other, they talk in the halls, they talk about possible trade scenarios. So expect to hear some news, possibly Darius Slay, maybe Quentin Dunbar, and probably not Trent Williams, because I think Ron Rivera, that's number 1 on his list to get that situation resolved. But yeah, if I didn't say already, I think tomorrow through Friday, Kyle Smith and Ron Rivera. I'm pretty sure Kyle Smith is talking tomorrow. I'm not sure if Ron Rivera is talking tomorrow or Friday, but they're going to be talking at the combine, which has never happened with the Redskins under the Jay Gruden and Bruce Allen era. They never had pressers there, so we'll be able to hear Kyle Smith, which we haven't heard before, or at least not in a while. So we'll get to hear Kyle Smith talk. If I get those clips, I'll post it on my channel tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, because that's going to be interesting to see what Kyle Smith says. Probably a lot of Redskins beat reporters going to be there asking him questions. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What scenario would you be willing to trade that number 2 pick, and who you would take if you're not taking Chase Young, if you trade back? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.